Hi guys, today we are going to be doing a pretty highly requested video on how I get my numbers for my YouTube checks. So I always say I take a percentage out for taxes and then I split up what's left and use that for my weekly YouTube paychecks. So I'm going to kind of show you how I get that number because I think it's interesting and I didn't really know what I was doing when I started doing this. So I think it would have been helpful if somebody had a video like this. There might be one, but this is just how I came up with my numbers and what I do. So I wanted to show you guys that. So basically, this month for June, I got paid $934.20 from YouTube for the month of May. So that gets deposited into my account. Now, just like Etsy, taxes are not taken out of that. So at the end of the year, you do have to pay taxes on that. And to be on the safe side, I always do 30%. That's just how I do my numbers. Some people do less than 30%, some people do more. But as my safe number, I do 30% set aside for taxes. So I would take this $934.20 times that by 0.3, and that's going to give me how much I want to set aside for taxes. So I get 280.26. So once you take 934.20 minus 280.26, you're left with 653.94. Now, I personally like to leave a buffer in my checking account. That's how I do my paychecks for my normal job. That's how I do my paycheck for Etsy and for YouTube. So I kind of look at this number, and each time I do get paid, it's a little different. But for this paycheck, I'm going to basically take this $53.94 and leave that in my account and then take out the remaining $600. So as my buffer left in my checking account, I'm leaving $53.94, which means that I have that $600 remaining in my account. And so we take that $53.94. Of course, we have that $600 left. So with that $600, I then divide it by 4 because I stuff every Friday. So I'm left with $150, and that is what I budget each week I did write it, $150. So each week for my YouTube paycheck that I got paid in June for May, I'm stuffing $150 each Friday. So that's kind of how I get my numbers. I do this every time I get paid. I do 30% for taxes. I do leave a buffer. Each month it kind of varies. So say after taking taxes, it was instead of $653, it was like $693 or something. I would have left that 93 in there. I like to do it on easy numbers. I could have done, $650 and left that $394. But when you divide that by 4, you get $162.50, and I don't stuff change in my envelope. So I always do it on a number that I can divide easily by 4 and get an even number. So that is why this time around I did $53.94. So with that $150 weekly, we're going to come up to my paycheck budget, and we're going to figure out what numbers to stuff where. So these are my numbers that were from my last stuffing. So if I flip back my remaining numbers for June 27th through July 3rd. So here I know what my balance is, and I'm going to start focusing on what is the most important to me. So my ones that always get stuffed are going to be baby, and that gets 5. Same with retirement. So if we take 150 minus 10, we're at 140. I do like to, before I actually start the sinking funds, I like to decide what I'm going to stuff in my 100 envelope. Honestly, it kind of depends on what I want to do that week. I am going to do two $10 envelopes. So I'm gonna put 20 here, and then here we'll put 2 10s because we know this is gonna be 2 $10 envelopes. I'm going to erase this down here because I showed you guys all of that already. Okay, so let's also subtract that 20. So we're at 120 remaining. For my YouTube stuffing, I rarely stuff my actual cash envelopes. I don't like to stuff those because this is money I am not depending on. So I use my paychecks to do my cash envelopes, and I use my YouTube as my savings. So let's see here. We have 120 left. I do want to stuff 20 into pets because they are definitely a priority, and we really shrunk down their fund before vacation. So we'll subtract 20 from there. So we have $100. Car, I'm going to put 20 in as well because I have to get that looked at. Minus 20 for that. So we're at 80. And we will do, I think I'm going to do 20 for gifts again here. So we're at 60. And then I want to put, let's see, we have 2, 3, 4 categories and 60 left. So we could do 15 for each. But beauty, I'm not like that concerned about stuffing. So I think I'm going to do 10 for beauty. Because I already did my hair, so I don't really need anything else for that. So we have 50. And we'll do 10 for Mike. And then 20 for vacation and 20 for wedding. So now I'm just going to go and add up all of these numbers to make sure that it adds up to 130 because we have that 20 down there. So we have 5, 10, 20, 20, 10, 20, 5, 20, and 20. So we're at 130, and then we have that, 130. I hate this calculator, guys. 130 plus 20. So we are at that 150, which is what we need to be at for this week. So I don't know actually if this was kind of confusing or not, but I did want to show you guys how I budget my YouTube and how I get my stuffing amount for each week for my YouTube paycheck. Again, I do that breakdown every single time I get paid from YouTube. Obviously, the numbers are different depending on what I do get paid. But that is going to be it for this week's video. I will see you guys on Friday to stuff these amounts. And yeah, if you guys have any comments or concerns, you can always let me know down below, and I will see you guys on Friday. Bye, guys.